So my name is Marcy Davis, and I'm a teacher here in Kaiser, Oregon. And I am here today with my symbolic stacks of music. And these symbolize my lifelong ambition to be able to play jazz music. And by that, I really mean jazz, pop, any kind of music off the page where you're playing by chords and you're making stuff up as you go, as opposed to reading the nice little black dots that we learn as classical musicians. So you'll notice I've got two stacks here. This one is my collection of jazz arrangements, which I can play all of these. And because I've hung out with a lot of jazz kind of people and listened to a lot of jazz, I can do a pretty good job copying the style, but I'm still just playing the notes that I'm given to play. This stack over here, much taller, pretty extensive, is my collection of how to improvise books. And I've collected these over, it's been like 20 years. And at the end of all of that time, I still really could not sit down and improvise much at the piano, especially not in jazz style. I could do a little bit with church chords. I could play along in the worship band, no problem. But if you asked me to sit down and make my own arrangement, it would still be a mystery to me. So at some point, I looked at this giant stack and I said to myself, you're a teacher. If you can't figure out how to do that after all of this time, it might be time to admit that maybe that's just not your strength. Maybe this is your strength and you should just be happy with that. So I'll just be happy reading the notes and playing what other people have written. I can do that. Until I sign up to go to this conference, a summer conference where Bradley is presenting. And I had really just gone there to get some ideas for my students to help them play with lead sheets and to teach them very basic chords because my adult students really want to play pop music. Well, it didn't take me long before I realized that Bradley was offering a completely different approach to improvising, one that I hadn't tried in spite of all of these books. And I quickly came to believe that maybe it wasn't me, maybe I wasn't actually the problem, maybe I just hadn't found the right teacher yet. As Bradley himself has said, it shouldn't be eye or ear, it should be both. We all have the capability to do both. And some of the more specific things that I've really appreciated about his approach are his very specific common practices and ways that working gigging keyboardists approach playing and giving us some of those tools of how to actually bring things together. And through this process, I actually realized that I have gained a lot more skills than I knew that I had. Lots of scales and chords and even chord voicings. I just didn't know what to do with them. And through this class, it's helping me put those pieces together, and it's making a lot more sense. The other thing that I really appreciate about Bradley's approach is that he is very interested in helping teachers pass this on to our students. So anytime you have questions on how should I teach this, he's more than happy to answer, and I'm very excited about being able to pass this on to my students as well. So I have enjoyed the first 2 terms of this class, and I'm very much looking forward to the next. And I would encourage you, if you have any interest at all in learning to improvise, or even if you just want to be able to teach your students some skills, to look into these classes. I think you won't regret it.